Hello everyone, this video is all about the oldest French Revolution, which is called Mother of All Revolutions. The French Revolution was a major historical event that transformed France and influenced the rest of Europe and the world. It lasted from 1789 to 1799 and resulted in the overthrow of the monarchy, the establishment of a republic, and the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. Here is a brief summary of the main events and causes of the revolution. The revolution began with the meeting of the Estates General in May 1789, which was a representative assembly of the three social classes or estates: the clergy, the nobility, and the commoners. The commoners, who formed the Third Estate, demanded more political rights and representation and declared themselves the National Assembly in June 1789. They also drafted a constitution that proclaimed the sovereignty of the people and the rights of man. The revolution became more radical and violent after the storming of the Bastille, a royal prison and symbol of tyranny, on July 14, 1789. This sparked a wave of popular uprisings and rebellions throughout France known as the Great Fear. The National Assembly responded by abolishing feudalism and privileges and issuing the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen in August 1789. The revolution faced resistance from the king, Louis XVI, who tried to flee the country in June 1791, but was captured and brought back to Paris. The revolution also faced opposition from other European monarchies who feared its spread and formed a coalition against France. The National Assembly declared war on Austria in April 1792, which marked the beginning of the French Revolutionary Wars. The revolution reached its peak of radicalism in September 1792, when the National Convention abolished the monarchy and proclaimed France a republic. The king was tried for treason and executed in January 1793. The revolution then entered a period of terror and violence, led by the Committee of Public Safety and its leader, Maximilien Robespierre. Thousands of people were executed by guillotine for being suspected enemies or traitors of the revolution. The Reign of Terror ended with the fall and execution of Robespierre in July 1794. The revolution became more moderate and stable after the Thermidorian reaction, which restored some constitutional and civil liberties. The National Convention drafted a new constitution that established a bicameral legislature and a five-member executive called the Directory. However, the Directory faced economic problems, political corruption, and military defeats. It was overthrown by a coup led by Napoleon Bonaparte in November 1799, which ended the revolution and ushered in the French Consulate. The causes of the French Revolution are complex and multifaceted, but some of the main factors are the social structure of France under the Ancien Regime, which divided society into three unequal estates that had different rights and privileges. The Third Estate, which comprised about 98% of the population, bore most of the tax burden and had little political influence. The economic crisis that affected France in the late 18th century, caused by bad harvests, high prices, low wages, heavy debts, and fiscal mismanagement. The government was unable to reform its finances or meet its expenses and faced bankruptcy. The political crisis that resulted from the inability or unwillingness of the king and his ministers to address the grievances and demands of the people. The king was seen as weak, indecisive, and influenced by foreign interests. The people wanted more participation and representation in decision-making. The intellectual influence of Enlightenment ideas that challenged the authority and legitimacy of the monarchy, the church, and the feudal system. The Enlightenment thinkers advocated for reason, liberty, equality, democracy, and human rights. The cultural impact of other revolutions that inspired or threatened France, such as the American Revolution, 1775-1783, which showed that colonial subjects could overthrow their oppressors, or the Haitian Revolution, 1791-1804, which showed that slaves could revolt against their masters. so I hope this video is interesting and I will meet you again with similar topics. Take care, have a nice day.